Hello, Rockville. This is Rockville's 11, the countdown news show where we give you the top 11 stories happening in the city. I'm your host, Bridget Breuer. Here are some of the stories we're counting down. An update on pedestrian safety, preps for winter weather, and a story about seniors pumping iron on the playground. That's all coming up next on Rockville's 11. In this economy, it's more important than ever to make sure you have the support you need when taking that first step to start a business. That's why Rockville Economic Development, Inc., or READY, decided to launch the Rockville Women's Business Center. READY Executive Director Sally Sternbach knew the timing was right to launch this program based on a feasibility study, with the goal being to start and grow successful businesses.
It's a wonderful time to be an entrepreneur. So if you've thought about it, maybe even fleetingly, give it more serious thought, kick the tires a little bit, come out to a seminar on writing a business plan so that you ask yourself, you know the right questions to ask yourself to see whether your idea is a marketable idea. What we don't want is for people to spend their time on bad ideas. We want them to fail fast. So we'll help you either fail fast or succeed gloriously, but we need you to get to us.
But, you know, I do, as a member of the county council,
we encourage enough women to come into Rockville with their businesses. It's good for them and it's good for us. So I'm really here to support the whole notion. I think it's very enterprising of READY to get engaged with this kind of a thing.
Councilmember Mark Priscilla wanted to make it clear that men are welcome at the center, too.
I attended a few of their seminars, ABCs of how to start a business. I am a new business owner myself, and so it's not just for women, it's for anybody who wants to start a business, including men.
Rockville business owner Robin Weiner was at the launch event and had one simple message for future entrepreneurs.
Do it. Do it, do it, do it. I think, especially in this economy, they say that during these economies, this times of downturns like this, is when the best entrepreneurs come out, because they are motivated to do something that's important. And as an entrepreneur, you gotta find something you love. If you love it, you'll succeed at it.
If you want to get involved, go online to rockvillewbc.org and find out more about upcoming seminars and coaching opportunities.
I'm Rockville 11's Elizabeth Tabb here at the grand opening of the Lakewood Elementary Pedestrian Bridge, where the city is continuing a tradition of safety and convenience between the school and the community. This summer, the old Lakewood Pedestrian Bridge over Wooten Parkway was taken down in a nighttime operation. The 37-year-old structure needed to be replaced, and the new bridge was up and running for the start of school. But the recent grand opening celebration showed just how special the bridge has been in the Lakewood community.
Welcome, everyone, to the official opening and dedication of the Lakewood Pedestrian Bridge. Fantastic. We're delighted.
The bridge, which serves as a link between the Lakewood neighborhood and elementary school, is not only special to current students, but to past students also.
I used to walk across the bridge in the 70s and the 80s, and now my son's doing the same. It's pretty exciting.
I'm really excited because the old bridge, it had like a slant, kind of like a hill, and I thought it was kind of unsafe, and this one is a lot more safer.
Principal Robin Malcotti is pleased with the new bridge.
The reason for the bridge is for the safety of the children. As you know, it's located over this busy Wooten Parkway here that is becoming busier and busier each and every day. And because of that, we do worry about the safety of our students, and that's always first and foremost to us as school officials. So this just ensures that they are safe and that they make it to their home safely, and that they have a little fun along the way.
Aging in place is the idea for seniors to be healthy and happy in their own homes as they grow older. We stopped by the city's senior center to find out how seniors are staying in shape on the playground. And this is coming in as our number 9 story. Here at the Rockville Senior Center, fitness and fun meet on the playground.
You are strong.
Playgrounds aren't just for kids anymore. The City Senior Center just installed a series of outdoor wellness stations designed specifically to meet the needs of the active older adult.
Use it or lose it.
Senior Center member Ann Murphy is a fan of the new equipment.
Seniors' falls are one of the causes of being incapacitated or leading to death. It's very important to keep moving, keep active.
Senior Sports and Fitness Supervisor Chris Klopfer wants to keep her seniors active.
Because it encourages functional training, and functional training is specific to the fact that it incorporates more than one muscle group at a time, so it helps them with their day-to-day function and day-to-day life, and that it helps them with the whole purpose that we exist is for them to continue to age in place, to keep them healthy and strong on a daily basis. Well, I think that we've gotten to the point in today's society where we rely a lot on medication to help us with different situations that we have, different ailments that we have. And I think that we really need to continue to push in the direction of physical activity, no matter what age you are.
Kay, you just worked out here on the new equipment. How do you feel?
I feel fine. This is great. Yeah. And it's so great being outside, because I'm used to doing most of my exercise outside, so being in the fitness room is good, but this is better.
They are loving it because not only can you use all the fitness equipment inside the center, you can also use the trail that goes around the center and then incorporate this trail into your everyday workout.
And what would you say to someone, Terry, who is maybe a little hesitant to try the new equipment?
Oh, just get out there and do it, because the more you exercise and the more you get out there and walk and do it, the more it's going to be a part of your everyday lifestyle.
For more information about Rockville Senior Center, go online to rockvillemd.gov/senior center. Now for a public works update on the city's water infrastructure, and this is coming in as our number 8 story. A second round of testing was conducted recently with Rockville's water lines involving smart ball technology. We checked in with public works engineer Eileen Lish to learn more.
Smart ball is about a 7-inch foam ball that gets inserted into the water pipe once the pipe is in service, and then it travels, it free floats along the water inside the pipe, and it detects data during its search, and then it gets extracted through a net. They have to install sensors throughout the city, roughly 1,000 feet away, and those sensors are one, obviously, to keep track of where the ball is at all times once it's inserted, but also the ball, once it's in the pipe, it makes a sound so that it can be picked up by the sensors so that we can keep track of where it is, but also it's also taking data on the acoustic activity, so when they do detect a leak, it can give the exact location. So the more sensors you have throughout the system, they could better refine exactly where the leak is. So they were able to give us 2 exact station numbers where the leaks were and about the size, and that's where we were able to match them up with connections and a pressure reducing valve and make the repairs.
The smart ball test was done in addition to the electromagnetic robot testing, which happened during the summer. The main difference being that the robot needed to test the water lines when the pipes were out of service.
Everybody at Department of Public Works pitched in, and we all worked together as a great project team, and it was very exciting.
The city learned many valuable lessons after last year's blizzard, according to Director of Public Works Craig Simino. We wanted to find out how the city is gearing up for this year's winter.
Salt supply was a huge lesson learned last winter. All the regional municipalities had trouble getting salt when the storm was bearing down on us. And so what we're doing now is, first, our salt barn is full. We have about 2,600 tons, and our goal is to keep the barn as full as possible. Even if we have a small storm, as soon as we get enough that we can order another supply of salt, we're going to do that. The weatherman is not always right, and even when they are close, sometimes it changes. The weather forecast changes, and so even if you have all this pre-planned, the weather forecast can go from 6 inches to 12 inches to 24 inches pretty quickly. Wintertime is a very susceptible time. We get more water breaks than normal. It's due to the changing temperatures, mostly freezing and thawing that happens here in this area. We don't constantly have a constant freeze or constantly have above freezing temperatures, and that helps to exacerbate the number of breaks we get. So we expect to have water breaks during the wintertime. We're staffed to handle that.
We want to turn our attention to an update on pedestrian safety, so we've decided to combine 2 long-standing Rockville's 11 features. It's a combo pack of On Patrol meets Dr. Traffic, and this is coming in as our number 6 story. We had the chance to hit the streets with Sergeant Brian Paul of the Traffic Division to find out what he sees on Rockville's roads.
The biggest problem that we see is pedestrians that are crossing against the light or crossing between two adjacent intersections that do have a crossing signal. We also see a lot of cars, if you'll watch, when the light turns green or turns red, they make a right on red, either without stopping or they will stop, and they won't grant right away to pedestrians that are already in the crosswalk.
It seems as though lack of attention is a common theme when it comes to pedestrian safety.
Sometimes people are preoccupied. They're either walking and talking on the phone, they'll be texting, they'll be walking with a companion and carrying on a conversation. They may not even pay attention to the light, that it's not even there, or they will look and see they have a walk signal, but they won't even look and see if any cars are coming. They'll just step off the curb. We'll have a lot of folks that will be shocked when they step off the curb and a car will come by within a couple of feet, and they'll honk the horn and they'll get offended. And even though they may be in the right of way, what good does that do you if you're dead right?
The city has recently launched a pedestrian safety campaign called Smart Steps. It's all about bringing awareness to drivers and pedestrians of how to stay safe on the road. It involves many city departments, including police, communication, and traffic and transportation. We wanted to get Dr. Traffic's perspective on pedestrian safety in the city.
Last year we conducted this study, it was in 2009, and we looked at all signalized intersections in the city of Rockville. And there were about 115 signalized intersections. The city owned about 45 or 47 signals, but we looked at all 115. So we looked at all of those signalized intersections, even on state roads like 355, Beers Mill, 28, all of the state roads and county roads. And we looked also at some what we call unsignalized intersection or uncontrolled locations where you have a crosswalk but you don't have a stop sign or you don't have a traffic signals. And in summary, we looked at all aspects of those locations, signalized or non-signalized, to try to see what can we do to improve them for pedestrians. The study came up with many recommendations. Some of them were for the city, for city intersections, and some of them for the county and the state, which we forwarded to them the study and the recommendations of the study. We have started, of course, a program to tackle all of those recommendations. One of them, for example, is to add some pedestrian ramps at intersections. Last year we installed 92 ramps, and this year we are installing so far about 80 ramps or so. So that's one direction. The other thing, we look at all the signalized intersections and we modified and updated any signalized intersection where we found that the signal timing need to be improved. We added also some crosswalks where crosswalk either were faded or were not existing. And we added a few street lights, which we are also we have very aggressive program for adding street lights to improve safety near metro stations and where we have pedestrians using the facility.
Advice to those who frequent Rockville's roadways?
Pay attention. The biggest thing is pay attention. Open your eyes. If you see somebody in the crosswalk, whether or not they have the right of way, just give them the right of way. Same thing for pedestrians. Even if you have the right of way and you see a car coming, let them go. Just turn the other cheek and be the bigger man.
The main thing we want them to know is maybe one or two things. Drive the speed limits and be alert and look and expect pedestrian to cross, especially where there is a crosswalk or there is a traffic signal or there is a stop sign. They need to stop at the stop sign, stop at the red light. Some people, especially when they make a right turn, maybe that's a very interesting point. It happens a lot. People, when they want to make a right turn, they look on the left side to see if cars are coming, but they don't look if a pedestrian is crossing at the same place where they are turning this right turn. So this would be maybe an important thing.
To learn more about pedestrian safety in the city, go online to rockvillemd.gov and search pedestrian safety. It happens every year. You know when those leaves start falling, Rockville's crews will be ready to collect. We checked in with a leaf collection crew, and this is coming in as our number 5 story.
What we got going on here is we do have a leaves operation, and I'm so glad that we are ahead of the schedule. We are supposed to be on Section 3. Section 3 is done. And right here, as you see, we have trucks here on section number 4. So that means we are ahead of the schedule. City has 4 of these trucks. The good thing about these trucks are they are real fast. They pick leaves twice as much the other trucks. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I would like to tell residents to feel comfortable about this, because our mission is to whatever it takes to pick the leaves, and we're not going to let them down.
Now for our regular feature called Mayor and Council One-on-One. This month we caught up with Councilmember Bridget Newton, and this is coming in as our number 4 story. Every year, Councilmember Bridget Donald Newton gives back.
So, who wants to start with the baskets?
This past Thanksgiving, Newton invited neighborhood kids to assemble holiday baskets in her home.
We're making Thanksgiving baskets for Community Ministries of Rockville. It's something that I've done almost every year with my children through their school. And Maggie graduated in '09, and last year I didn't do it and I missed it. So I thought this year we'd bring in some neighborhood children to help me, and we've put together 5 baskets, which will feed 5 families hopefully on Thanksgiving for their dinner, and we've had a lot of fun doing it.
The kids were excited to lend a hand.
I don't like seeing people out on the streets, so I just kind of feel like I need to give back to the community.
Makes me feel very happy and warm inside, because all the people who are less fortunate, they can't provide for their family, and so then we can provide for them.
I heard that they were trying to help a homeless, like the poor, and we're making like we're giving them like food with we're making like these baskets, and we're giving them food to help them.
Reverend Kevin Domain, youth pastor at First Baptist Church, started a program involving young people called Youth Unity in the Community that helps to support the city's holiday drive.
These bags here are loaded with all kind of food items, and this was a great opportunity for the kids to see what teamwork does, and if we work together, you know, we can achieve our goals, what we're trying to achieve. We're definitely dealing with some very trying times right now, and so we just wanted to reach out and show our love for everyone in our community by doing so.
Kevin has started a program at the First Baptist Church in Rockville, and they are getting teams together and doing projects all the time. I think some of the kids are getting student learning hours, but it's a wonderful chance for children to see other children and then come on board and become part of the whole tradition. And I think that's what it's all about, is seeing other people doing it and deciding I'd like to do that too. It took about 20 seconds to do the baskets because they just all wanted to contribute. There were little people who still wanted to be able to put their items in, and we took the list from Community Ministries, which was very helpful as a starting point, and we shopped and we just had a great time. So hopefully the baskets will be helpful. And the holidays are a tough time because I think it's not just a time like every other day for them. It's a time when it really hits home. Wow, I might not be able to have a nice dinner, or I might not be able to give my child a gift. So it's nice when people step up to the plate and help out, give others the chance.
If you're interested in participating in the city's holiday drive during December, there are many ways to get involved. Right now, the city's Community Services Division is collecting toys for the holidays for kids in need. To learn more, go online to rockvillemd.gov and search Holiday Drive. We had the chance to catch up with the city's Community Services Division to find out how you can give back this month. And this is coming in as our number 3 story.
For over 35 years, the City of Rockville has actually been sponsoring the Holiday Drive. What it is we do a distribution of Thanksgiving baskets in November, and then in December we do a toy drive where we actually give 1 toy to each child. Last year, for example, we had over 756 referrals for the holiday baskets, and we had over 1,200 referrals for the December holidays. Today we actually have people coming in to volunteer from a variety of places. We've got Girl Scout troops, we've got high schoolers, we've got different companies within the city of Rockville, and we actually have just individuals who decided to volunteer their time to kind of give back to the community. Although a lot of us are very fortunate to be able to have a good holiday and to be able to spend time with our families, there are other people out there who are less fortunate and they don't have those opportunities. So our division and our department, we work to try to bridge that gap a little bit. We do that by providing food so they can have a Thanksgiving dinner. And then on top of that, during the December holidays, we provide the toys so that the children don't feel like they're left out.
What we have done here is we have collected food and toys with a youth ministry that I pastor at the First Baptist Church of Rockville. Like I explained to my young people at the church, there are people that they go to school with every day, sit right next to, that may have not even had a meal that morning or may go home without eating. And I think it's very important that young people tend to reach out to one another. They may not know who's in need, but we know that there are people in need, and I think it's prevalent that, you know, the young people help one another.
During the December holidays, we actually do a couple of toy drives. People and companies and individuals throughout the city actually come in and donate toys. Their value is about $15 to $20, and we have people just come in shifts and pick up those toys. Frankly, if it wasn't for the volunteers and if it wasn't for all the donations and all the work by the staff of the city of Rockville, we wouldn't be able to help as many people as we do. So it's actually pretty important for people to give back so that we can actually help those who are less fortunate within the community. There's actually a couple of ways for people to get involved. The first one would be to volunteer their time. What you see behind me, for example, is a lot of teenagers and a lot of adults who have donated their time to pack baskets, to sort food, and to really help with the distribution. Another way to do that is actually to offer a donation made out to the City of Rockville's holiday fund. Those donations go directly to the purchasing of food or to the purchasing of toys for children. And the other way is you can actually go to our website on the City of Rockville's webpage, and you can actually get some more information about how you can volunteer, donate, or participate in other drives throughout the community. You can also call the Community Services Division at 240-314-8310.
The city's teens program sponsored an event, and we were there to cover it, and we're knocking out diabetes in our number 2 story. At the city's Knockout Diabetes event, kids and adults were able to learn about the prevention and treatment of the disease affecting 24 million Americans. Teen Program Supervisor Nina Herndon stressed how important an event like this is for her teens.
As we know, childhood obesity is an epidemic that's rampant in our society nowadays, and diabetes is one of the things that happens when children are dealing with obesity. So we wanted to bring diabetes awareness to our community, and so we have vendors come out, talk about how through healthy lifestyle, exercise, and healthy eating, how they can combat diabetes and knock it out.
University of Maryland pharmacy students discuss the best ways to prevent diabetes.
It's always good to be in shape, because if you're in shape, then you're not at risk for many diseases. Not only diabetes, it's a lot of hypertension is another thing that plays an important role if you're obese. For preventing diabetes, well, as I said, like healthy diet and of working, just walking 30 minutes a day, they really help.
For more information on how teens can stay active through city programs, go online to rockvillemd.gov/recreation/teens. Now for an update on the city's preparation of fiscal year 2012 budget, and this is coming in as our number 1 story. There are many opportunities to weigh in on Rockville's fiscal year 2012 budget. The mayor and council have received 2 previews from staff for their upcoming budget. The first preview on October 18th contained summary information for each of the city's operating funds, including proposed rates and revenue and expenditure estimates. And the second preview on November 8th summarized the mayor and council's budget survey results and presented recommended budget principles for the city's operating funds. The principles outlined will guide the development of the recommended FY12 operating and capital improvements program. Both budget previews are available online on the city's on-demand page at rockvillemd.gov/rockville11. Also wanted to make you aware that the mayor and council will vote on the guiding principles on January 10th. A list of the budget principles presented to the mayor and council November 8th can be found on the city's website. The city manager's recommended principles will be presented to the mayor and council on January 10th. For more information about the 2012 budget, go online to the It's Your Money page on the city's website. Thanks for watching this edition of Rockville's 11. I'm Bridget Breuer, and on behalf of the whole team here, happy holidays.